Jashonda Ogaldez. Today is May 14th, 2018, and we're going to be talking about the anatomical position, specifically anatomical regions, and the labeling of the anatomical regions. And we're going to be talking about the anterior view first, which is your front view, and your posterior view, which is your back view. I'm going to be in the small corner, basically labeling and referring to things the way you would normally call them and how they are called in the anatomical regions diagram, which is on the bigger part of the script. And we're going to start with your anterior and then move on to your posterior. So your head, you would call what you would normally call your head is your cranium. Your forehead is your frons, your iris is your ears, your faces is your face. Sounds very familiar. Your oculus are your eyes, and a good way to remember that is optometry. Your bucca is your cheek. Anesthesis is your nose, your oris is your mouth. A good way to remember that also is oral. And your mentis is your chin, and your cervix right here is your neck. And that is basically this part of your body. Now, we're gonna move on to the trunk, which you would normally call your arm. A good way to remember that, it's called a trunk. It's almost like an elephant's trunk. Your axilla is your armpit. Your brachium is right next to your armpit. And that's what you would normally call your arm, and that's what you would normally refer to as your upper arm. Your antecubital is your inner elbow. Your antebrachium is your lower arm, and then your carpus is your inner wrist. And then we'll move on to the hand, and that is your palm is referred to as your palma. Your fingers are referred to as digits, and then your thumb is your pollex. And that makes up, once again, the trunk. Now we're going to move on to what you would normally refer to as the chest area and work our way down. So your breasts are your mammas, and then right where your breasts meet in this inner area right here is your thorax. And right below that is your abdomen. Your belly button is your umbilicus. Your sides are also known as your hips. And we normally refer to that as your hips anyway, so that shouldn't be a problem. Right below that is your pelvis, and depending on your gender, you either have a groin if you're a man and an inguinal if you're a woman. And we all have a pubis right below that. Your thigh is also called your femur, and your patella is your knee. Your crust is also known as your leg. Your tarsus is your ankle. And then once again, we're going into the foot, or what you would refer to as the pes. You can either call your toes digits or phalanges. And your big toe or great toe is a hallux. And that makes up your foot. And that is it for the anterior view of the anatomical regions diagram. And now we're going to move into the posterior view. Hello everyone. Now that we're back, we're going to be talking about the posterior view, and we're going to work our way all the way from up down, and we're just going to go through this. So same as we did previously with the anterior view. Your head is called your cephalon, and that is the back of your head. Your cervix is still your neck. Your shoulder is this area right here. Your brachium, still referred to, what you would call your upper arm, is still referred to as the same. The olecranon is your elbow, not your inner elbow, but your elbow. And your antebrachium is still called your antebrachium. The word does not change from your anterior view, as you remember. Your hand in total is called your manus. So no, it's no longer referred to as a hand, it's called your manus. And then that makes up your upper limb. Now we're going to move on to your back. Right in that middle line in your back, which you would normally call your spine, which you would normally refer to as your spinal cord, that is called your dorsum. And then right above your sacrum or your butt crack is your lumbus. And like I said, right above the butt crack itself is your sacrum, and your gluteus are the butt cheeks, and then the femur is once again the back of the thigh. That does not change. The popliteus is the back of your knee. Your psoas is the back of your leg. Your calcaneus is your heel, and then your planta is the bottom of your foot, and that is your lower limb. Thank you guys so much for watching, and that's the end of the video.